抜かりはないな。
はっ、幸先の良いことに能力値の高い人種族を拾いました。ゴール様との対決の際には邪神の力を借りた秘術、スーパーハイブリッドの儀の魔法陣を展開させるべきかと。この者たちは邪神に捧げる生贄となってもらいます。
Chilling in Another World, episode number 9, and my big problem with the show right now, and you know, I always say like my biggest problem, but you know, my problem right now in finishing off this episode is when we have these cutesy OPMC harem type isekai shows, which I love, by the way. I think, you know, some of them are awesome. You know, Eighth Son is fantastic. Wiseman's Grandchild is fantastic. Spirit Chronicles is fantastic. Assassins from Another World, or whatever it was called, is fantastic. Tons of these shows are really great. Now, what ends up happening is with a certain subsection of these shows, they decide to go into, you know, deeper into their story, which I love. I'm like, yeah, effing let's go. Let's get into some story stuff. But that's where they can either get a touchdown or they fumble the ball. And I think this one's fumbling a little bit here. So let me kind of take you through my array of thinking. So the princess comes to apologize to Banana. She comes to apologize to Flio. She finally realizes, you know, last episode that the hero that was summoned that they you know tried to kill and they dipped out. This is, you know, Flio and Banana are one and the same. So she finally realizes that. So she comes to beg, plead, and make a deal. Okay, and she shares some very specific information with him. Okay, totally fine. To try and twist his arm into getting him to basically work for free in a way and go, and she's trying to pluck at his heartstrings. But then, you know, she's pretty genuinely smart. So I do commend the show for that. She's genuinely smart. She's trying to kind of spin this into making sure that she can also take over the throne as well and get her father out of there. Okay, so those little plot lines I don't have a problem with. But here's kind of where the problem, you know, begins, is she's trying to get him to protect the cities that are being attacked by the demons, and the demons are attacking by the word of the Dark One. And the Dark One, you know, the Demon Lord, is somebody that Flio is really great friends with, you know, at this point. Like they've shot the shit, they drank some beers, you know, all that stuff. Like, you know, he's very interested in Belly Rosa. Like they're pretty good friends, you know. And Flio also has teleportation magic. He can get to Bro at any time. He can get Bro here at any time. He can, you know, whatever they want. So there's a timeline and there's a story where it exists to where he goes, you know what? Pump the brakes. I think you need to talk to the Demon Lord. And he just beams the Demon Lord there. And maybe he doesn't do it. Maybe Haya does it, you know, or something. But he has the ability to command that kind of presence. Princess, Demon Lord, anybody else. So my thought process immediately is, you know, why are we going through all this trouble of putting on a wolf mask and doing all this stuff where, yes, there's like an insurrection, a coup d'etat going on in the Demon Lord's domain, but the demons have said multiple occasions that they're attacking on the word of the Dark One. So it's like, okay, well, let's get the Dark One to come here and tell you, stop it, you know? Now you might say, well, but they're actually working on the orders of the brother. Okay, well then, let's talk to the Dark One. Let's talk to the Demon Lord. Let him tell Flio, hey, this is what's going on. And Flio can be like, let's go talk to your bro, you know? So there's so many different options because he has amiable relations with the demons, and he has maybe not amiable relations with the princess and the humans, but they want something from him, and that's enough to have a a pull or leverage on both sides. And the story's not really doing that. The story's going, he's treating everything, or the story's being depicted to us being very individualized with no bigger brain thinking. And I get why they're doing that. You know, I understand the, you know, keep it simple, stupid, right? You got to kiss it. Keep it simple, you know? But the thing is like the moment you begin to have bigger brain thinking about the show you're watching as you're trying to, you know, predict what's going to come next, as you're making assumptions, as you're making predictions, then you go like, well, why does he just talk to the, why does he just bring the, you know, why does he just get the princess to get the, why don't they just, you know, I get that the demons are, why does he just go, wow, there's a wall now, you know, he does a Trump, he does that, we're going to build a wall, and he just builds, like, huh. He has 𝐼𝐻, who can basically grant any wish, and she has sworn loyalty to him. So he'd be like, hey, how do I divide the earth in half? And she'll go like, you do it like this. He's like, oh, I suddenly know the magic now. So when you begin to have bigger brain thinking, it just all falls apart. And it's because it didn't put the pillars strong enough into the story, you know? So that's kind of where I'm struggling with right now. And then he had, you know, the whole wolf mask and Reese and then fighting the demons and stuff. Like, you know, it's fine. It's fine. It's lame, but it's fine. So, I don't know. That's just how I'm feeling. I was like, oh, man, this kind of sucks a little bit. You know, I'd rather them not. Like, if you can't nail the story, don't. Continue it. Let it just continue being this isekai, this dude who's OP and does OP things, and let it be him. You know, maybe give us a Flio and Reese baby. You know, give us a baby. You know what I mean? Like, go down that path. Just, you know, he starts a family, and you know, he flicks a finger, and the demon lord, the princess talk, and they sign some contract, and then he has some babies, and then, you know, like, let's go down that path. But, you know, they decided to go down a heavier story path with only 3 episodes left. So, it is what it is, you know? So, anyways, those are my thoughts. This episode was fine. It was a very 5 out of 10 episode. So, anyways, yeah, that's all I have, you know? Reese showed restraint here, but, yeah, this was a little bit of a boring episode. So, just kind of is what it is. All right, I'll see you guys next week. Peace out, my friends. Stay up.